Admission of partners, 12 marks question. First one, A and B are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 2:1. Their profit sharing ratio 2:1. A and B are old partners. Their balance sheet as on 31st 3 2018 was as follows. Balance sheet 31st 3 2018 and liabilities and assets. These are all some of the informations which we should clearly note down carefully. We should see this informations. In this problem, we have to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. In the revaluation account, we are writing only those information that are increased in a asset value, decreased in a asset value, increased in a liability, decreased in a liability, incomes as well as expenditures, okay, gains as well as losses. These informations are recorded in a revaluation account. Remember that. Next one, partners capital account. In the partners capital account, informations related to partners account, okay, their capital, their profit, their goodwill, all those informations, all those items which are related to partners, those informations are recorded in a partners capital account. And finally, balance sheet, you know this, assets as well as liabilities and capital, these informations are recorded. That means in this problem, we are preparing revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. Okay. So while observing this problem, we have to clearly note down that which item to record in which account or balance sheet. That means creditors, where to record next in a balance sheet. Bills payable, where to record next in a balance sheet. In this way, we have to analyze all these items, where to record, in which place we should record. That means whether to record in a revaluation account or in a partners capital account or in a balance sheet. ನಾವು ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಯಾವ ಐಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. So the first information, creditors 20,000. So directly next we have to write down in a balance sheet. Here just in a pencil write down creditors in front of B, small, okay, in a pencil. It is a good habit writing that, where to record. So next, while preparing the revaluation and partners capital account balance sheet, so you can see that and easily without leaving any items, you can write down, prepare those accounts as well as balance sheet properly. Okay, so creditors directly we are writing in a balance sheet. Bills payable is also current liability. Okay, creditors also current liabilities, bills payable also current liability, 10,000. So directly recorded in a balance sheet. Next, reserve fund. Reserve fund means accumulated reserves or the profit related to partners. Okay, reserve fund, accumulated reserve, accumulated profits. So this reserve fund are distributed to old partners. This 12,000 reserve fund related to A and B, old partners. That's why this, at the time of admission, this reserve fund distributed to old partners. That means where we have to record in a partners capital account. So reserve fund we have to record in a partners capital account. Next, capital, A 60,000 and B 40,000. So directly in a partners capital account we have to write down. Okay, afterwards we will get the new balance of capital. That information we have to record in a balance sheet. But here this information, A 60,000 as well as B 40,000, this information capital we have to record in a partners capital account. Next, asset side, cash in hand 5,000. So we are not recording this 5,000 anywhere. Okay, ignore that information. Yes, of course we have to write down cash in hand in next balance sheet, but some of the informations we have to record in a cash account. That means 5,000 cash opening balance plus capital brought by a new partners, maybe how much, 25,000 plus 15,000. The new balance cash is there, no, that information we have to record in a balance sheet. That's why cash in hand, old balance 5,000, we are not recording anywhere. Okay, ignore that. Next, stock. We have to stock is a current asset. That's why directly we have to write in a balance sheet 15,000 stock. Next, debtors is a current asset. Directly we have to write down in a balance sheet. Next, machinery, fixed asset 30,000, where we have to write down in a balance sheet. Next, buildings 60,000, where we have to write down 60,000 buildings balance sheet. Next, investment 12,000. Investment 12,000. So we have to write down, investment is also fixed asset. So we have to directly write down in a balance sheet. Okay. So creditors balance sheet, bills payable balance sheet, reserve fund partners capital account, capital A and B partners capital account, cash in hand we are not writing anywhere, stock balance sheet, debtors balance sheet, machinery balance sheet, buildings balance sheet, investment balance sheet. These are the analysis of a balance sheet item. Next, see the additional information. On 1/4/2018, C is admitted. C is a new partner admitted into partnership on the following condition. C, partner, should bring in cash rupees 25,000 as his capital. So he's bringing, new partner, how much capital? 25,000. This 25,000 new capital we have to write down in a partner's capital account. Okay, entry for 25,000 we have to make entry in a partner's capital account. Next, rupees 15,000 goodwill for his 1/5 share in the future. He is also bringing 15,000 as goodwill. So that information also we have to write in a partner's capital account. The new partner, he is bringing in cash both capital as well as goodwill. Both information, capital as well as goodwill, recorded in a partner's capital account. Next, B, appreciate building at 20% and stock is revalued at rupees 12,000. Appreciation of a building, that means increase in the value of building 20%, that we have to calculate. 20% of building value, how much? 60,000. So first we have to record this building, increase in a building, that is benefit for a business, where we have to write down first in a revaluation account, and later we have to record that information, increase in a value, that information we have to record in a balance sheet. Okay, in two places we have to consider this information, appreciation in buildings. Okay, increase in the value of building we have to consider in a two places. First ಗೆ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಎರಡು ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಟ್ rupees 12,000. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ನ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ದ ನ್ಯೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ನ್ಯೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹೌ ಮಚ್? 12,000. old value how much? 15,000 ಇತ್ತು, and now the new value is 12,000. that means decrease ಆಗಿದೆ. that's why first we have to consider this information, decrease in a value of stock, ಅದನ್ನ revaluation account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, because it is a decrease in a asset which is loss for business. So first we have to consider that information in a revaluation account and later that information in a balance sheet. ಅದು asset ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟದ್ದು, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ we have to consider that information in a balance sheet. Next, C, provision for doubtful debts PDD maintained at 5% on debtors. A provision for doubtful debts means, you know that debtor means the person, a debtor is a customer who purchased commodity from a business ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಂದ ಅವನು ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಆಗಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಹಿ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ದಟ್ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಪೇ ದಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡೆಟರ್. ಆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂತ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್, ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಬಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್. ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲ 100% ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಕೊಡದೆ ಅವರು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡೌಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಡೆಟ್ಸ್ which is a loss for a business. So here creating assumption, it is not a certain ಅವರು ಮುಂದೆ ಪೇನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, but here some assumption is done by the business. Provision for doubtful debts. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್, ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಡೌಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ that assumption, that is a nothing but loss for a business. So provision for doubtful debts, maintain 5% on debtors. Debtor how much? 20,000. So 20,000 into 5%, which is a loss for a business. Okay, so first we have to consider in a revaluation account, and next that information we have to consider in a balance sheet. ಎರಡು places ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ provision for doubtful debts. Next, D, outstanding salary. Next, D, outstanding salary rupees 2,000. ಸೊ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಒನ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಅವನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, 10,000 ಅವನ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ. ಓಕೆ, 10,000 ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅವರು 8,000 ಅನ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ 2,000 ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವನು 10,000 ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, 8,000 ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ 2,000 ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಗೆ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ. ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮುಂದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪೇ ದಟ್. ಆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಬಿಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. Okay, that means outstanding salary first we have to consider in a revaluation account, and next in a balance sheet. In two places we have to consider. So same way, which are all the information we have to consider in a two places? One is appreciation in building ಅಲ್ಲಿ increase ಆದದ್ದು. First we have to consider in a revaluation account, and next in a balance sheet. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಡ್, ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದದ್ದು, ನ್ಯೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಇನ್ ಅ revaluation account, then in a balance sheet. Next, provision for doubtful debts, PDD. First we have to consider in a revaluation account, and then in a balance sheet. And next, outstanding salary. Also first we have to consider in a revaluation account, and next we have to consider in a balance sheet. So while doing the analysis, ಇದನ್ನು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್, ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅದು ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, so this is a explanations regarding questions. So first we will prepare revaluation account, just like profit and loss account. Revaluation account, in the credit side we will record all the incomes, gains and current assets. Okay, incomes, gains and current asset. And the debtor side all the losses, expenses as well as current liabilities. Just like profit and loss account, in the revaluation account entries are made. Credit side incomes and gains, debit side expenses and losses. Normally in revaluation account we will record the additional informations provided here. Okay, not the balance sheet items, very rare in the balance sheet items. Normally to record the items in revaluation account we will get the information in this additional informations. Okay, so which are all the informations we have to record in revaluation account? First, capital in partners capital account, goodwill in partners capital account. Next, B, appreciation in building 20%. So appreciation means increase in a building. Appreciation means increase in a building. So anything increase in an asset, that is gain for a business. Actually building value how much? 60,000. And how much increased? 20% this year increased. So by building, because it is a gain increase, that's why by building 60,000 into 20 by 100, 20%. So how much gain increased? 12,000. First we will record this information in a revaluation account, and later this 12,000 where we have to record in a balance sheet. Okay, remember. Next, stock is revalued at rupees 12,000. Revalued, new value, adanna revalue ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. Now after the revalue, what is the value? Actual value now rupees 12,000. Old value how much? Stock 15,000. Old value 15,000. Now the actual value 12,000. That means decreased. Old stock value, current asset value decrease. So decrease in the value of asset is always loss for business. That's why to stock, how much? Old value 15,000. Now the new value 12,000. So how much decreased? 15,000 minus 12,000. 3,000 is a loss for business. That's why debtor side we are recording to stock 3,000, and later we have to consider this 3,000 where? In the balance sheet. I told that additional information we will record 2 times. ಎರಡು ಕಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. Next, see, provision for doubtful debts PDD maintained at 5% on debtors. So debtors means asset, current asset. I told that the person who purchased commodity from our business and promised that he will pay amount in a future. On goods anna purchase ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ, but amount anna next payment ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, next future ಅಲ್ಲಿ payment ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ. Such person is the debtor for a business, current asset. In that debtors, how much debtors? 20,000. In that 20,000, 5% is a ಡೌಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಡೆಟ್ಸ್. ಡೌಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಸ್. Okay, that is a loss. So first we have to record this information in a revaluation account. In the debtors, 5% is a doubtful, current asset ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5% is a doubtful, amount ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ that is a loss for a business. So we have to record debit side loss to provision for doubtful debts. How to calculate? 20,000 is a debtors into 5 by 100, 5% they told. So amount 1,000. So first we will record in a revaluation account, and later we will record this information in a balance sheet. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ information ಅನ್ನು consider ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, 1,000 ಅನ್ನು. Okay. So next one, outstanding salary rupees 12,000. Outstanding salary is a current liability. Okay, outstanding salary is a current liability. So first we have to record that item in a revaluation account. Current liabilities. That's why to outstanding salary 2,000. I told that outstanding salary means 10,000 salary ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 8,000 ಮಾತ್ರ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವನ ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ವರ್ಕಿಗೆ. ಟಿಲ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ 2,000 ಅನ್ನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, that's why 2,000 is still outstanding. That is always liability for a business. So first we will record outstanding salary 2,000 in revaluation account, debit side, and later we have to consider this information in a balance sheet, liability side. Okay, outstanding salary 2,000, liability side. So these are the additional informations considered in a revaluation account. By building, gain, to stock, loss, provision for doubtful debts, loss, and outstanding salary, current liabilities. So next we have to calculate the total. Okay, next we have to find out total. Which side greater, whether debtor side greater or creditor side greater? So debtor side greater. Here 3,000, 1,000 and 2,000. 3, 2, 5, 6,000 you will get, right? So here 12,000. That's why credit side greater. Write down this total here 12,000. Okay, and same total write down here 12,000. From this 12,000 deduct 2,000, 1,000, 3,000. From this 12,000 you deducted 2,000, 1,000 and 3,000. Finally you will get the balance 6,000. Okay, ಈ 12,000 ಇಂದ ಈ 2,000, 1,000 ಮತ್ತು 3,000 ಅನ್ನು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಈ 6,000 ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆನ್ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆನ್ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಟು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್. ಇನ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ any profit on revaluation account is distributed to old partners in their old ratio. Okay, remember revaluation account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್. ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟು ದ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದೇಯರ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ. ಸೊ 6,000 old ratio 2:1. So A's share 6,000 into 2 by 3, 4,000. And next B's share 6,000 into 1 by 3, 2,000. So totally 6,000. So after revaluation account we have to prepare partners capital account. See the columns: particulars, amount column A means partner, the amount related to A we will write in this column. Okay, B and C partner. Next particulars A, B and C. Okay, so first we will record by balance brought down. By balance brought down means capital balance of a old partners. Okay, capital balances of a old partners. Where we will get that information? See here in the balance sheet I told that this capital balance we have to record in a partner's capital account. A's capital 60,000 and B's capital 40,000. Opening balance. Okay, by balance brought down 60,000 related to A and 40,000 B's capital, partner B's capital. Next, by revaluation account is nothing but profit. Just now we calculated. See here, the profit transferred to partners capital account. A 4,000 and B 2,000. These are the profit in revaluation account. That information we have to record in a partners capital account. B by revaluation account 4,000 related to A and 2,000 related to B. Revaluation account profit. That's why credit side. Okay, any gain to partners plus to partners, profit gained by the partners, we will record in a credit side, this side. Okay, and any losses to the partner we will record in a debit side. Okay, remember that any gains, any salary paid to partners, any benefit to partners means we will record in a credit side, and any losses to the partner means we will record in a debit side. Next one, by reserve fund. So where this information you will get in a opening balance sheet. Reserve fund 12,000. Okay, it is accumulated profit related to old partners. That's why this reserve fund 12,000 distributed to old partners, 8,000 in their old ratio 2:1, that is 8,000 as well as 4,000. So total reserve fund 12,000. So 12,000 into 2 by 3, that is 8,000 for partner A, and 12,000 into 1 by 3 B's share, that is 4 by 4,000. Remember, any accumulated profits or gain means we will record credit side, and any losses means we will record this side. Accumulated losses means we will record debit side. Next entry related to partners, new partners capital as well as goodwill. Okay, so how to record the informations related to new partners capital as well as goodwill? That information we will get in here. Additional information: C should bring in cash rupees 25,000. New partner, he brings 25,000 as capital and 15,000 as goodwill. For both the two informations, we have to pass entries in a partner's capital account. This is just working note, okay, not a part of solution, just working note. For bringing cash for capital as well as goodwill, what is the journal entry? Cash account debtor, cash account debited, cash comes in to C's capital account. Here C brings capital as well as goodwill, 25,000 capital and 15,000 goodwill, totally 40,000 for bringing capital as well as goodwill in cash, cash account debtor to C's capital account. And next entry, for distribution of goodwill among A and B in their sacrifice ratio. You need not calculate sacrifice ratio, okay. Here they provided 2:1 old ratio, and there is no any other informations, only new partners share provided 1/5. That's why if you calculate the sacrifice ratio, you will get the same answer, that is 2:1. Old ratio is itself sacrifice ratio. That's why you need not calculate here sacrifice ratio. Just consider old ratio is itself sacrifice ratio. So here the 15,000, this goodwill information, goodwill is to be distributed to old partners in their sacrifice ratio. For that entry, C's capital account debtor 15,000 to A's capital account 10,000, that is 2/3 into 15,000 A's share. Next, to B's capital account 1/3 into 15,000 B's share 1/3, it is 5,000. This is an entry for distribution of a goodwill. Both these two information we have to record in a partner's capital account. So first one, by cash account. You can write by cash account or by bank account also. Okay. This entry for bringing cash as well as bringing goodwill as well as capital in cash, 25,000 plus 15,000, 40,000 in C's capital column, amount column. Okay. 40,000 for bringing capital as well as goodwill. Next one, distribution of a goodwill. For the distribution of a goodwill, C's capital account, their entry is there, no? By C's capital account 10,000 as well as 5,000. This is a amount given to the old partners. They are gaining now this 10,000 as well as 5,000. I told that this side, credit side, you have to record any gain. So A and B, they are gaining the goodwill. So by C's capital account 10,000 and 5,000 as per the journal entry, and to A's capital account because he is sacrificing. So C 10,000 and to B's capital account 5,000. He is sacrificing 5,000 to B. Okay. This is a journal entry by C's capital account debtor to A's capital account to B's capital account for distribution of a goodwill. So these are the entries made in partner's capital account from the questions. Now we have to calculate balance. Okay. So which side greater, whether debit side greater or credit side greater? Obviously credit side greater. First A column, calculate A column, 60,000 plus 4,000 plus 8,000 plus 10,000, 82,000 you will get. Okay. Write down this 82,000 here, this side also. And next, is there any amount to deduct in this column? No. Directly write down this 82,000 here. Okay. This balance 82,000. Next, B column, amount related to partner B, 40,000 plus 2,000 plus 4,000 plus 5,000. So write down total 51,000, and same amount you write down here also 51,000. Is there any amount to deduct? No, there is no any item. That's why write down this same 51,000 here, balance 51,000. Amount related to C, only 40,000. One information is there. Write down same amount here, 40,000. And that information here also 40,000. Is there any amount to deduct? Yes, 10,000 is there, 5,000 is there. Okay, from this 40,000 deduct this 10,000 as well as this 5,000. So balance how much? 25,000 is a capital remaining in C's account, capital account. So this 82,000, 51,000 and 25,000 is a capital balance of all the partners A, B, C after admission of a new partner. Two balance carried down, and write down that same information by balance brought down here also 82,000, 51,000 and 25,000, and this information 82,000, 51,000 and 25,000 later we have to record in a balance sheet. Next we have to prepare balance sheet. There we have to consider this informations, capital balance. Okay, 82,000, 51,000 and 25,000. Next prepare balance sheet of A, B and C as on 1/4/2018 after the admission, that date 1/4/2018. Liability side and asset side. You will get the information in a balance sheet. Okay, first one, creditors 20,000. Is there any changes? +2 creditors or -2 creditors in this additional information? No, there is no any such information. That's why write as it is. Creditors 20,000. Next, bills payable 10,000. Is there any plus or minus here, increase or decrease in a bills payable? Is there any such information? No, there is no any such information. So write down as it is in the balance sheet. Bills payable 10,000. Next, capital balance A, B and C 82,000, 51,000, 25,000. Where you will get this information? In a partner's capital account. Okay, after the admission, capital balance of all partners. And next one, outstanding salary 2,000. I told that outstanding salary is a current liability. So first we have to record this information in a revaluation account, debit side, and later we have to record that information in a balance sheet, liability side. Okay, outstanding salary 2,000. Why liability side? Because outstanding salary is a current liability. That's why we have to record liability side. Next, asset side. Okay, cash in hand. So opening balance, how much opening balance? Cash in hand 5,000. And next, is there any amount received by a business? Yes, 25,000 as a capital received, 15,000 as a goodwill received. These are the two amount received by a business. Is there any payment in this problem? No, there is no any other payment in this problem. So now after the admission, cash in hand 5,000 opening balance plus 25,000 capital received plus 15,000 goodwill received. So total amount in the hands of business 45,000. Next, stock. Stock how much? 15,000. But here they told, is there any increase or decrease in a stock value? Yes. Stock revalued at rupees 12,000. There is one information related to stock. So stock 15,000 old value, but additional information is that depreciation, decrease in the value of asset. How much? 3,000. That's right. So now the new value, revalue, how much? 12,000. You can directly write down stock 12,000. Stock 12,000 antanu direct agi baribodu, or else stock 15,000 less depreciation 3,000. In that way also you can write down in the balance sheet this information. Next, debtors. How much? 20,000. Is there any information related to debtors here in the additional information? Yes, provision for doubtful debts 5% maintained. So how to record in a balance sheet? First, debtors 20,000 and less PDD. How much? Provision for doubtful debts? Already we calculated 20,000 into 5/100, 1,000. So provision for doubtful debts, PDD, decreases debtors. That's why less PDD 1000. So now the value of debtors how much? 19,000. Next, machinery. How much machinery value? 30,000. Is there any increase or decrease here in the additional information? No, there is no such information. So directly you can write that same information in a balance sheet. Machinery 30,000. Next, building. How much? 60,000. Is there any additional information here? Yes, appreciate building at 20%. So we have to consider that information also. So building value 60,000, old value. So how much increased appreciation? We calculated 12,000. So plus appreciation means increase in the value of building. So plus appreciation 12,000. So now the value of building how much? 72,000. Next, investments. How much investment? 12,000. Is there any informations related to investment? Increase in a investment or decrease in a investment? There is no additional information. So write down same as it is. Investment 12,000. So once again check the balance sheet as well as additional information here. Is there any amount left to record in a balance sheet? No. So all the informations considered. And now you calculate the total, both side, asset side as well as liability side. Should get tally amount, equal amount, both side. Okay, 45,000 plus 12,000 plus 19,000 plus 30,000 plus 72,000 plus 12,000. So the total amount 1,90,000 asset side. Next liability side 20,000, 10,000, 82,000, 51,000, 25,000 plus 2,000. Total 1,90,000. So this is how you have to calculate balance sheet.